Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS. It's our time for our monthly visit from the Tri-County Y as Mike Steffe made his way to our studio to talk about the exciting things going on at the Tri-County Y. And Mike, it's amazing how many things you've got going on all the time, but we have some things to specifically talk about.
Yep. Thanks for having me, Bill. Yeah, you're right. As we roll into fall here, things get busier and busier inside at the Tri-County YMCA, and it's difficult for us to keep track of all the events, so we want to make sure everyone's aware of all the different opportunities that we have going on.
Well, let's start off this pretty neat, this Safe Sitter class that you offer through monies from the Rotary Club, which is cool.
That's right. So the Jasper Rotary Club awarded us a grant, and we're able to do our Safe Sitter program for free, basically through 2022. I think we're going to serve close to 100 kids. Normally, this is a $50 to $75 class. This next one coming up on October 22nd is going to be at the Du Bois Public Library. So this is one of those programs that we kind of take the show on the road. So Safe Sitter is geared towards 6th through 8th graders, boys or girls. Gives them the tools necessary to be a babysitter, whether they're a paid babysitter for their neighbors or friends, or whether they're just maybe responsible for staying home with a younger sibling. You know, it's one thing that really, we kind of started during COVID when a lot of people were staying home and parents were going back to work, but the kids weren't back in school. So we knew there was a lot of situations where kids were maybe being left at home, you know, when they're just barely old enough or they're responsible for a sibling. So Safe Sitter is a great opportunity to help give the parents peace of mind and help the kids possibly earn a little extra money.
Right, because it is a good way to make money. And then it also is more reassurance for the parents who are hiring that child, who is the sitter, because they know they've gone through this class.
Correct. They have, you know, at least an introductory lesson in some of the skills needed, CPR, first aid, you know, what to do in certain situations, who to call when this happens, and things like that.
So October 22nd is the next one.
Yes.
But what if somebody misses that one? Are you going to do them again?
We'll probably have another one.
Just don't know necessarily the date.
Yes, yeah. In December. I think we're planning another one, and, you know, our grant money with the Rotary is running out, so, you know, there's a good chance that the next one is going to be for a fee. So one of your last opportunities to take advantage of a free class, and doing it up in Du Bois for the first time, so kind of a new kind of group of kids.
Okay. Now let's talk about the Fit for Fall, which is your team weight loss challenge?
That's right. So we always try to do a wellness program in the fall, kind of leading up to Thanksgiving, to help, you know, everyone kind of learn and you know, prepare for the upcoming holiday season. So Fit for Fall this year is going to be a team kind of weight loss challenge. It's going to be on Tuesday evenings, 5:15 to 6. It's a 4-week session, so a little bit of physical exercise and a little bit of nutrition to help kind of you know, jumpstart you as you get into fall. And you know, a lot of people are very active in the summer, but as we get into fall and days get darker and shorter earlier, it's all nice to have a program going into the fall. So this year we're doing it as a team event, so it's always nice to have a partner or teammate to help hold you accountable.
Okay, now in my mind I'm thinking team event. So is this a competition, or is it meaning team that we're going to be together to do this as a team?
In some ways it is a competition, you know, but everyone's kind of depends on what your goal is. You know, so we'll have a prize for the quote unquote winning team afterwards, but really we just want everyone to kind of help meet their goals and help get them started if they need started, or fine-tuning if they need fine-tuning.
And when you refer to a team, is it? Did you say two?
2 people, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then there's a fee that's associated with this, but this is also a reason to be a member of the Y.
Right. So with all our programs, we give discounts for our members. So in the case of Fit for Fall, it's $40 for members, $55 for participants. So, you know, anyone is welcome to participate in our programs, but we have our fee structure set up to give our members a bit of a discount. So, you know, if your child participates in our after-school program, you know, 5 days a week, you sit down and do the math, it saves you money to be a member. So.
Okay, so consider being a member. That's just kind of like a side note here in the Tri-County discussion today.
For sure. Or if you're doing a lot of different programs, or, you know, hopefully as part of the Fit for Fall challenge, you don't just show up at the Y on Tuesdays. You maybe come on a couple other days during the week too. So membership definitely has its advantages.
Okay, now let's talk about the Dream Big, Do Big, which is Future Hoopers.
That's right. So, since our inception, we've done preschool sports programs for ages 3 through 6, which is basically kindergarten, and we often get asked, well, what's next? So the school ball, they're moving younger and younger, but our Future Hoopers program is for first and second graders. It takes place, it starts in the later part of November, so signups are open now until November 18th. We have a boys division, a girls division, play on 8.5-foot goals to make it a little easier for the kids to have good fundamentals when they're learning to shoot and score. Saturdays are game days, so we'll have referees and keep score during that. So we also allow people to kind of help pair the teams up. So if you're coming from a distance and find a couple friends and carpool, and we'll make everything we can do to help get them on the same team and things like that. So yeah, boys and girls division are separate. So it's a fun kind of next step from our biddy basketball, where we don't necessarily keep score during the games, but first and second grade is kind of that introduction to a game where we call out of bounds and call travels and keep score.
So biddy basketball, that is chaos, and Future Hoopers is organized chaos.
Well, I'd say biddy basketball is organized chaos.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Future Hoopers is a little more organized, less chaos.
And this is a great way, whether you're hoping your kids play basketball or not in the future, this is just a good way to teach them a sport that they can enjoy the rest of their lives.
It's always good to have the kids try a bunch of different things.
And again, if you're a Y member, there's a discounted price.
A little bit of a discount, so it's $50 for a Y member or $75 for a program participant.
So it's, again, a reason to be a member of the Tri-County Y. Now let's talk about the Tri-County YMCA Cyclone swim team. And we want to make sure people understand, this is not swim lessons. This is for kids who are ready. Is it adults as well? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you tell me about it.
Yeah, so the Cyclones is a competitive swim team. So we compete in meets across the southern part of the state. Several Ys in the Louisville area have events, but there's also events in Evansville and Castle and things like that. So it is competitive. And we have different age groups from 8 and under, 9 to 12, 12 to 14, 15 and up, and then the Masters is 18 and up. Okay. All our practices are at Heritage Hills. And, kind of one reason we talk about it now is we're at the time where a lot of fall sports are ending. So maybe if you don't do a winter sport or the fall sport is your only sport, swim team it kind of gives you another option, help fill that gap through the rest of the winter.
What kind of competitions are in the swim competition? Is it like, is it the butterfly for so many? I don't know what they are.
They'll have all the different stroke events, not diving, but definitely all the swimming events, relays, freestyle, different things. So realize that, a 10-year-old's not going to swim 4 or 5 different events, but some of the kids kind of have a knack for different strokes, and that's where we kind of place them. We want them to have a good experience at the meets and not just throw them in there. They do score as teams, but we're not. We know we're not going to go out and compete with the Floyd Centrals and some of the bigger Ys. So we let the kids kind of swim the events that they're competitive in, and have them. Basically they're swimming against themselves, so they try to better their time each time out.
You've already started, though, right?
We have.
Is it? Okay,
yes.
Can somebody just come in?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, so our first meet is actually in November.
Okay.
So some of the kids who are not maybe doing a fall sport have been practicing for a few weeks. But we accept enrollments at any time, based a lot of swimmers participate in other events or other activities, and rather than overload them 4 or 5 days a week, swimming is a good thing to kind of fill that gap.
Okay, now there's everything that they do at the Y. I mean, things cost money, and there's projects you'd like to do, improvements you'd like to make, things like that. So you have Also, a fundraising event coming up, but really is a fun fundraising event. That's the Monster Dash.
That's right. Our Monster Dash is our annual 5K walk run. This year is going to be on October 29th. We always do it as close to Halloween as we can. It starts at 10 a.m. Sign-ups are open now. October the 14th is the date to have a shirt on race day. However, we do accept registrations all the way up till the race time. We ask that you show up a little bit before 9:55 to get you signed up, but you're welcome to come that morning. If we don't have a shirt from our excess, we will get you a shirt ordered and get that to you at a later date.
And your Monster Dash 5K run walk is a little different than some in that yours not early in the morning, because this is October.
Right.
Yours 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And
That's
that
right.
is Eastern time, correct?
That is Eastern time. Yeah, we used to take off at 9, but we moved it back just to give things time to thaw out and clear up. It is a timed race, so we do have nice gift certificates from pacers and racers for the top 3, male and female. We have medals for all the different age groups. And then, we invite people to run in costumes. Some people do, some people don't. But after the race, we have a costume judging that takes place back at the Y for adults and kids. So we'll have age-appropriate prizes for the adults and age-appropriate prizes for the kids. So it's a fun event. Some people will complete the course fully costumed. Some people will, run the race and then put their costume on afterwards, and it's all fine. So just need to see what everyone comes up with.
And this is a 5K run walk. So there are people who are serious and are runners and they're
Yep.
going to run, they're competitive. What about somebody like me that just likes to kind of lollygag along?
Absolutely. We have a lot of people who walk. We have people who push strollers. We had a guy that did the race in one of those big blow-up T-Rex costumes. So, but we have people who will kind of jump out right away, and it really thins out on its own pretty quick. Usually all the walkers are in by about 11, so it takes about an hour to walk it at a pretty leisurely rate. We pass out awards right at the finish line, so if you want to get on with your day right after you complete, you can do that, or if you want to stick around for costume judging, you can do that as well.
And if you are going to be running or walking or driving through the town of Ferdinand at that time, you walk really throughout Ferdinand, do you not?
We do. We start off at the Y. We go up around the high school, around the convent, the Sisters of St. Benedict, down Vienna Drive, which, if you're familiar with Ferdinand, down Vienna Drive is a much better thing than up Vienna Drive.
Yes.
Go around in the neighborhoods down there, and then we finish at the Ferdinand Community Center. So we are not crossing or on the highway much, but we're kind of on that east side of town.
Okay, so beware if you're out driving, just use a little caution.
Yep. That's right.
And so if somebody doesn't register early, they can just show up.
Yep.
But it'd be fun if you had a costume, okay? But better just to contact the Y. Now, there's a lot that we went over, and you guys have a great website.
Yep. We do a couple things, if I could mention,
Sure.
Bill,
Yes,
about the races. One, we want to give a special shout out to Springs Valley Bank and Trust for being our lead sponsor. Our shirt back is full with all our other sponsors, so we appreciate everyone. We are also going to have Wood Capital Pizza there again after the race. They were there last year and very popular. So, you finish that race at 11 o'clock and you're kind of hungry and, not sure what's for lunch. Stop and pick up a pizza. Also that day, we have early voting going on at the YMCA. So Tri-County YMCA is a voting center. This is the second year for voting centers. So the big change is if you're a registered voter in DuBois County, you can vote at any voting center in DuBois County. So if you're from Jasper, you can vote in Ferdinand. If you're from Honeyberg, you can vote in Ferdinand. If you're from Ferdinand, you can vote in Ferdinand. So as long as you're registered in DuBois County, you can vote at any of the voting centers. And the 29th is an early voting day, and we will have early voting available at the Y.
So really, the Monster Dash is multi-dimensional.
That's right.
Because you can help you out by running. You can run just because you want to run for exercise.
Right.
There's going to be food there, and you can vote, and then you can tour the Y.
That's right, absolutely, and sign up.
All right, and again, thanks to Springs Valley Bank and Trust for being your major sponsor for the Monster Dash
That's right.
2022. All right, we cover everything?
I think we did, Bill.
Just make sure you go to their website.
There's a lot to go through, but we got a lot going on and a lot planned for the rest of 2022.
Okay, so you can tell being a part of the Y is important for you and for the community. Mike, thank you very much for being
Thanks for having me, Bill.
Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.